Hey guys, I'm back with episode 4, Idaho from bottom to champs, and this episode is going to be a good one because we need 2 wins in our last 3 games to make a bowl game. That was the goal for season 1, and we are right there, and it's going to be tough because we have our rivals at home with Boise State. We go on the road to Hawaii. That's a big road trip, and then we finish up with one of the best teams in the country, the Florida Gators, and Tim Tebow to end the episode. We need a win too. I don't know if we'll get it. We'll see what happens, but let's get right into it because this is gonna be a good one. All right, now it's Idaho Boise State. This is a big one. We come in at 4-5. They come in at 6-3. So we need this game to get going. We gotta get 2 wins in the last 3. McKinney's starting at quarterback. He finds Williams. Williams busts through the middle of their defense, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown to make it 7-0. Later in the first, we have a missed tackle right there, and 87 just way too fast. Our secondary, that is something we need to recruit. We need to get some speed in the secondary. They tie it up. Now we're going to go later into the first quarter. It is still 7-7, and White's going to make a guy miss. Can he make another defender miss? No, but he's going to get us to the 30. We are driving well. McKinney's playing well. He's going to find Bishop for a touchdown to make it 14-7. We'd get a stop on defense, and we get the ball right back. Williams gets a beautiful catch, and he makes a guy miss. He makes another guy miss, and he's going to go all the way to the house to make it 21-7. Later into the second quarter, we're going to get a stop and force a field goal for Boise State. They're going to hit this to make it 21-10. Late in the second, after that, we drive all the way down, and we're going to find White for another touchdown to make it 28-10 at halftime. A beautiful half for Idaho. Now, to start the second half, it did not get off to a good start for us because number 1 right here is going to get a good return, and then literally the next play, they're going to find one, and he's going to take this one to the house to make it 28-17. Later in the third, our offense is stalling out, and they find a way to get another score with a field goal to make it 28-20. Hobbs, though, said, I'm going to put the team on my back. He starts carrying the ball. We just run the ball down their throat. A long drive, just kept running it and running it like every other play. And then we find White for a touchdown to cap it off to make it 35-20 with a 10-play drive. And then early into the fourth quarter, they're driving on us. Number 3 drops back. He finds his running back, number 41, who's a playmaker, and hurdles himself into the end zone. They're going to go for 2 to try to make it a 1-score game, and Lumpkin's going to get the big sack right there to keep it as a 2-score game. Later in the fourth, we'd get a stop on 4th down. We would take the ball, now just running, trying to run the clock out. We'd run it right there. Hobbs finds the end zone and gets us up 41-26. We'd miss the extra point, and then they would go down and score off of just terrible defense from us to make it 41-32. But now we have an onside kick here, which we should easily recover, and we literally don't recover it. They do. I don't know how it happened. I watched the replay like 20 times. It happened. It is what it is. But then Boise State's now making us a little nervous here as they driving down the field with a minute to go. 41-32. 3 drops back, and he finds Rupert, our linebacker, for the pick, and that would get us the win as we win a huge rivalry game and a big win for Idaho, as now we just need 1 more win to make a bowl game, and now we're going to go on and take on Hawaii, and things are going to be interesting. Good job to Mills coming in with McKinney's injury and getting us a huge win. In some cool news, recruiting news, we finally got a commit, Jason Moncur from Louisiana, so we got a linebacker there. We come in at 5-5, Hawaii's 2-7, so this is a much winnable game, but it's raining and it's on the road. Taking off early in the first quarter, McKinney's driving us down, and he's going to roll out and find a way to fit it into Hobbs for a touchdown to get 7-0. Hawaii would go down on their first possession, and they would miss a field goal to keep it a 7-point game. We would then, in turn, go down and get our own field goal, but we'd hit this one to make it 10-0. Hawaii's offense is starting to get going here early in the second. They get a big first down there, and then they find the handoff, and their running back flips into the end zone to make it 7-10. Now on the next play, Walker gets burned because he's slow, and it is going to be a touchdown for Hawaii, so they take a 4-point lead. McKinley finds Williams, and Williams gets a nice block from Rodriguez, and he's off to the races, and he's going to go all the way to the 1-yard line, and then Hobbs is going to find a way to get us, and he's going to make it 17-14 in the second. And then we almost get a pick there. Is it going to haunt us? Is it going to hurt us? Nope, because Williams is going to come with a big pick right there. He's going to take it out of the end zone and get the ball to about the 10-yard line. All the way late in the second half, we're driving and trying to get a score here right before half. We find Cade, our tight end, to make it 24-14. And then Brooks, on the last play of the half, is going to take this one to the house to make it 31-14 at halftime. Then we go all the way to late third, and Hawaii finally gets something going offensively, and they're going to kick the field goal, and they're going to hit the field goal to make it 31-17. As we are slowing down offensively, we would get a field goal, and now we're in the fourth quarter, but Hawaii is trying to get their offense going. This is probably their last-ditch effort to get a win. It is their senior night. They want to win, and it's going to be very tough. 2nd and 7, they're still driving. We would hold them to a 3rd and goal, and this time we would get the sack. Denzel gets a huge sack right there to hold him to 4th down, and then on 4th down they have to dump it off, and Conception gets the final tackle. We would then have to punt later because we would not move anywhere offensively, and they're going to make us pay by getting really good field position here, by getting inside, oh gosh, now we're in trouble, inside the 15. They would run the ball down our throat and get a touchdown to make it 34-24, but we'd find a way to hold on and win. So we are now bowl eligible, and we have Florida next on the schedule, and it's going to be a tough one because we take on the number 11 team in the nation. Now, looking at this game, we're not trying to really win it. We have our bowl game eligibility. This is trying to see where are we as a program. Can we compete with the national powers? And early on, we're doing well. 4th and inches, we're holding Florida, but they would find a way to break a tackle, and Tim freaking Tebow is just throwing us on the ground. He would then find number 1 for a touchdown right there, and it is 7-0. But it's only 7-0 late in the first. We have a 4th and 3, and we fail to convert. And this is where things kind of started getting ugly. We found out really quickly our offense was not on the level of a national team. Florida's offense, as our defense did do a good job holding them pretty well in check in the first half, and for the most part in the game, but Florida had better athletes. They were faster, bigger, stronger than us. We would, at the end of the half, make it 24-3. I'm not really showing you guys much because it wasn't really much to watch other than us go most of the time 3 and out. In Florida, finding ways to get touchdowns here. I don't even know what happened there, but, another touchdown for Florida to make it 31-3. And it just was a tough game. 38-3 late in the fourth. We found out really quick we're not on that level yet. But hey, we have a ways to go. We have ways to grow. And it was cool to see where our program really is at. And, being 6-6 isn't a bad thing. It's a good first step. This team did only have 2 wins last year. So, we're moving in the right direction. But White gets a huge play here and gets us inside the 10. Can we get a touchdown? I think it would be a great way to cap off this game, and we will. Rodriguez finds the end zone to make it 38-10. We would lose, but I think we learned a lot from this game, and we really learned that Tim Tebow is at a different level, the Florida players are at a different level, and we have a long way to go. Please like and subscribe for more. Appreciate you.